The blue notebook. Ooh, you remember the blue notebook? I think that's Miss Drazill's notebook. What is happening in that picture? She looks nice and cozy. Okay, here we go. Chapter 18, The Blue Notebook. They had a plan. It all depended on Sherry. Everyone just hoped she wouldn't fall asleep first. Sherry often fell asleep in class. Come on, Sherry, thought Dee Dee. You can do it. Sherry looked out the window. The sky was full of big fluffy clouds. She yawned. The clouds looked like giant pillows. Ooh, I know that kind of sentence. Sherry imagined herself wrapped up in one of those clouds, soft and cozy. She pulled her blue and red overcoat snugly over her head. Oh, this text helps with this illustration. It's showing the clouds. It shows how happy she is being nice and cozy. I don't like this part though. And they even used a simile in there. I love this book. Sorry, keep going. Her eyes closed, then opened wide. What's that? She shouted. Sherry? Said Mrs. Drazill. Look, shouted Sherry, pointing out the window. It's, hurry! Her long eyelashes stuck straight out. Mrs. Drazill hurried to Sherry's desk. What is it? A spaceship, said Sherry. From outer space. On the other side of the room, Dee Dee dropped her pencil. She bent down to pick it up, then stayed down. Dee Dee was part of the plan, too. She had a dangerous mission. She had volunteered for it. She felt it was her duty since she was the one who had brought Louis up to meet Mrs. Drazill in the first place. You don't have to do it, Ron told her. Mrs. Drazill would have seen Louis sooner or later. No, I'll do it, Dee had bravely replied. Now she crawled across the floor. Mrs. Drazill looked out the window. Where? She asked. Wait, it went behind the clouds, said Sherry. What did it look like? Asked Mrs. Drazill. Like a giant hamburger, said Sherry. But there was a zizzle stick hanging down from the bottom. Dee Dee crawled to the teacher's desk. She reached up and quietly opened the top drawer. She removed the blue notebook. Mrs. Drazill stared out the window. What's a zizzle stick? She asked. I don't know, Sherry said very mysteriously. They don't have them here on Earth. Dee Dee crawled safely back to her seat. At recess, everyone crowded around Dee Dee as she went through the blue notebook. Louis once put a frog in Mrs. Drazill's shoe, she said. Why wasn't her shoe on her foot? Asked Jenny. It doesn't say, said Dee Dee. There's a whole list of things Louis did. And he made it sound like Mrs. Drazill picked on him for no reason. No wonder she put a trash can on his head, said Todd. What else did he do? Asked Eric Bacon, who was always looking for new ideas. But Dee Dee had already turned the page. There are other kids a lot worse than Louis, she said, flipping through the pages. What are you looking for? Asked Ron. I don't know yet, said Dee Dee, but I'll know when I see it. She saw it. It was a note to Mrs. Drazill from a girl named Jane Smith. Dee Dee read it aloud. Dear Lizardface, guess what? I didn't do my homework again. And there's nothing you can do about it because you're too and ugly. My family is moving away tomorrow and you don't know where. Rub a monkey's tummy. By the time you get this letter, I'll be gone. Rub a monkey's tummy with your head. Love and kisses, Jane Smith. Everyone was shocked. How old is that letter? Asked Myron. Dee Dee checked the date, then did the math in her head. Jane Smith wrote it 26 years ago. And look, said Ron, reading over Dee Dee's shoulder. Jane didn't do her last 12 homework assignments. After recess, Sherry saw the UFO again, and Dee Dee returned the notebook to Mrs. Drizzle's desk. Now, all they had to do was find Jane Smith. Dun, dun, dun. I don't think there was a UFO. They are being very, very sneaky. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.